the packet, we're going to be on page 6. Page 6. Everybody on page 6. I'll write it up here so you know what page we are starting with today. Page 6. All right. We're good? Santiago, your iPad should be put away. Okay, the cost of 3 bags is $2.25. 3 bags of chips is $2.25. What is the cost of 1 bag of chips? So what are we solving one of? Hennessy, let's focus. What are we solving one of?
Bag.
1 bag, right, Angel? We're focusing on this, nothing else but this. So 1 bag. Where does that go then? What does that tell us? What does the 1 bag tell us to do?
Put it outside.
Put it outside. So bag is outside. And there's one more thing it tells us. The fact that it's 1. Maria, let's focus. What? Money is what? Inside. Okay. There's something else, though, that this tells us. And it has to do with your table.
The bag X and the cost is what?
Yes. So whatever you're solving one of, where does that go? X or Y?
X.
X. Okay? So whatever you're solving one of also goes your X. And whatever is inside is your Y. Okay? So the 1 is also your X. It goes outside. You know, a lot of you were able to tell me that it goes outside, which is fantastic. I also want you to know that it's called your X. Okay? So it's super special. All right, so now let's divide. I'm going to write it over here because it's kind of small. Box. What number goes outside? 3. What number goes inside?
2.25.
All right. Let's write that down, everybody. What do I do with this decimal that's inside?
Bring it up.
Put it away. I will take it away. Does 3 go into 2?
No.
So what do I put on top?
0.
0. All right, Dana, let's focus on this. We're going to put a 0 up here. Do it with me. Don't do it after me. Try to stay with me. Okay, so now we have 22. How many times does 3 go into 22? 7. 7 times 3?
21.
Same. 22 minus 21? 1. Bring down the 5. You know, sometimes it's okay to do long division. Sometimes we use a calculator. Sometimes we go slow and just practice some long division. How many times does 3 go into 15? 5. 5 times 3? 15, and we're done. Okay, so this is called our unit price. 75 what though? Cents per. Good. So 75 cents per bag. Okay? And we did some long division. If we had a calculator, we would just plug in. What number do I type in first? 225 divided by 3. We got it right? Right? 0.75. All right. Does anybody know where this number, the 0.75, goes in my table? 1. Good. Very good. If you know that, that's great. Right next to the 1. Good job. What goes next to the 0? 0. There's nothing. You don't buy anything, it's $0. Randy, what goes next to the 2? Good. What do I keep adding each time? 75 cents. So, add another 75 cents to $1.50. $2.25. Actually, that was our problem, right? 3 bags, 3 bags. So they already gave us the answer. 3 bags, 225. 3 bags, 225. Ooh, what's 225 plus 75 cents? $3. All right, what's $3 plus 75 cents? Oh.
450. What do you mean, Randy?
We're trying, though. We're trying. I appreciate everyone's effort. Ooh, the 9. What do I? Yes.
225 3 times.
675.
I mean, 9. Yeah, 3 times.
You would add this 3 times.
Yeah.
Good. That's a good little shortcut. So there's a bunch of shortcuts you can do. So if I add 3 plus 3 plus 3, what's 3 plus 3 plus 3? 9. So that gives me this one, right? So if I add this plus this plus this, I would get this. So you can do a shortcut. You can also add 3 plus 6, so this plus this, and it gives you 675. Those, some of you can see that. Some of you can see like, oh, I can use the other numbers to fill in my table. If you don't, that's fine. If you're like, how do I do this, Miss O'Malley? You can do this. You can do 0.75 times 9, right? Times the 9, and that will give you this answer, okay? Whatever your brain, how your brain wants to process this is perfectly fine. We're good? We're okay? Are we okay? Okay. What do we label this X line by? Bags. It's right there, right? Okay, let's label it. You already did all the work. You just have to like copy it over again. What is your Y? Money. It's right there. Cost. Okay, what am I going to go up on the bag? By ones. If you are in charge of the graph, go up by ones. If you're not in charge of the bag, well, then you might have to do it differently. What am I going up by on the cost? 75 cents. And you already did the work. You just copy these numbers down. Except for the last one, right? Because it skips. So you copy these numbers. Copy these numbers here. Because you already did the math. Copy these numbers over here.
What's the last one?
675, right? Yeah, guys. Yep. So this is 75, $1.50, 225, 375, 450, right? All right. I had a student second period graph like this. And I'm like, and then he did this. It's similar. I mean, but this is the main point. Am I going to be happy with that line? No. What does he still have to do? There's 2 things that. 0. You have to make sure you plot 0, 0. And then what else?
And then you have to finish it.
Yeah, you have to like go beyond. So like I wanted to go beyond. So like, oh wow, look at me and my wow. Look at that straight line. Wow. Woo! I need the arrow at the end.
It's like you're doing stocks. That arrow's going in.
Yeah, that's how I want my stocks to be, right? My Bitcoin right there. Actually, I would want it more steeper, like this.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Nah, just like the whole.
When you hit 1 million, share it with me. You're right.
Just right here. It's just like you just get the rest of the frosted.
Did you tell your parents?
My dad asked me what happened.
Okay. Did you check it out? You good?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Do you want to go cough outside or something?
No, it just hurts.
Okay. You want to go to the nurse?
No.
All right, let me know. Okay. So you want to make sure the line goes beyond, write an arrow. Okay, how do I graph it? Let me go back. Let me go back one step. So these are points. So this is my first point. 1, and then I go to 0.75. 2, so this is my 2, this 2 right there. 2 and 2. What's this number? 150. So, 150, look at my beautiful 150 right there. Wow, the greatest 150 I've ever written in my life. So this is 150 and 2, so then I make them connect right there. And then 3, so I go to 3, and then I go to 225. Oh, there's 225 right there, and I make a big point right there. That's how you graph. These, I know some of you get it. Some of you, this might be helpful. These become these points. Okay? We're okay?
Yeah, but Melly, what about 675? You never put it in.
I know. But if I don't plug it in and I make this line longer and it's straight, I know we don't have rulers, but this dot right there would be literally, if I did it correctly, this would be 675 without continuing the numbers. So it would match. It would match perfectly. All right. Number 1. God, these questions are so hard, aren't they? I feel so bad for you. What does the point 1 comma? What goes in the blank? 0.75. Mean in the context of the problem. So what does the 1 mean? 1 bag cost 75 cents. Pretty cheap bag of chips. It usually costs $1, right?
Yeah, $1 here for a little tiny bag.
Yeah. All right. What does the point 00 mean?
0 bags cost $0.
Love it. 0 bags cost $0. Oh, Marcos, 6th period. I found something near your team valuable. So remind me to ask your team if anybody left something there that's valuable. I'm not gonna tell you what. 'Cause I'll be like, oh yeah, I left those $100. Yeah, that was mine. It's not, but remind me. Oh, Sophia, yeah, someone in your team.
No, that's my team.
No, not your team.
Oh, gosh, I think that's
Okay, let's silence that.
What book? Sorry.
Okay. What does the point 5,375 mean? What does the point 3.75 mean? In the context of the problem. What's up?
5 bags cost $3.75.
Yeah. So Francisco, we're gonna write right here 5,375. I know you didn't do it because I just wrote it down. I just highlighted it, so I know it wasn't done before because it was a blank, and I had to give it to you. 3.75. Is it just me, or is it like there's a lot of light today? It seems very light. All right. So, like Sophia said, 5 bags cost $3.75. We're okay? Okay, I gotta teach you something new though. This is what I was supposed to teach you yesterday. It's the hardest thing ever.
Really?
It's harder than tying your shoe.
Really? I can't even tie my
That's why I said it, because some of you don't know how to tie your shoe. I know. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Okay, equation. This is how you're gonna write your equation forever and ever and ever in 7th grade. It changes in 8th, but in 7th grade, this is how we do it. Yes. I'm right here. Right here. Anything else can be caught up in the video. Okay, equation. You will always, this is hard. Are you guys ready? I'm not sure if you guys are ready. Are you ready for this? Okay. Y. You'll always start off with a Y. Equals. Then you will put your unit rate followed by a fancy X. This is how you write an equation. You will always start off with a Y equals. Now here in orange, we replace this with the number of your unit rate. Whatever your unit rate is. It keeps changing every problem, right? and then we write a fancy X. So this is like the formula. You're always going to start with y equals your unit rate followed by a fancy X. Yes, we call it a fancy X.
So it's basically just a shorter version of doing this?
Huh?
It's basically just a shorter version of doing this?
No, all of this is needed. All this is needed. And now we're going to add the equation. So it's like one more layer to all of this. You use your equation for other things. Like if I wanted to know how much does 100 bags cost, you would use your equation to figure that out. But we're not there yet. Okay, so let's do it for this problem, for page 6. You start off with y equals. What's my unit rate for this problem? And Alyssa, we don't want to get distracted. What is my unit rate for this problem? What is it? What's my unit price or unit rate? They're both the same thing. 75 cents. So we're going to write 0.75 cents. And then what do I add at the end?
The fancy
You better make it fancy.
I'll try my best.
Try your best. All I can ask for. Did you make a fancy X? Are you sure?
I made
I'm going to judge you on it.
So it's basically just saying it's going to be part of the X?
The reason because you know how here I told you, like, if you didn't know what to do, all we did was 0.75 times 9. Isn't 9 an X? All of these numbers represent X. So it's just like, hey, if you want to know what 9 bags cost, just plug in 9. 9 times 75 cents is going to give you your Y value. We'll go over that more. We're not ready for it. I just told you about it, but we're not ready. Okay, flip back to page 5. We're going back in time. We're magical that way. What is my equation for page 5? What do we start with? Y. Good. Equals? No. 50 cents. My unit price. So what's my unit price? 50 cents. And then how do we end it? Fancy X, and you're done. This is called your equation.
You know how to make that fancy X?
Yeah, I do it all the time for a living. They pay me to do that fancy X. They literally pay me to write a fancy X. That's right. That's life goals right there.
I know how to make it. I know how to get paid. Just
Stop. Excuse me. Why would you do that? Santiago, you need to stop. You need to write this down. Okay, then you just need to stop then. All right, page 4. Are you ready to travel back in time?
yeah.
Okay, it's only 2 more pages. Relax.
2 more pages. Oh my God.
Page 4. What's my equation?
Y equals 2.5.
Y equals 2.50.
Yeah. So page 4, not to be confused with page 3. So write it somewhere over here where you have some room. Y equals 2.5 fancy X. Maybe put a box around it so you see. Is writing an equation the most difficult thing you've ever done in this classroom? I know. I know. I know. It's tough. I get it. You will be writing equations next year in high school, in college. They change a little. But today, in 7th grade, this is all the equations you get to write in 7th grade. That's it. That easy. All right, number 3.
No.
Page 3. Taking it back.
I know how to make the fancy X.
What page?
Put a
Page
line,
3.
You put a line and then you do an X.
Oh, well, Angel, what's my equation for page 3?
I didn't do it.
Oh.
No, I wasn't here that day, remember?
Oh, but you're going to catch up this weekend by watching the YouTube video. Thank you for your like and subscription.
I did subscribe, remember?
But you have to review
Oh yeah, and then I subscribed because you said it was a video there, but it was never.
Make sure to
Hey, Manuel, I don't know how. That's cool. You got to give me some tips. I need to increase my
you should do an
views.
outro.
Okay, y equals 2x, page 3. Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Did you put a box around it? Did you write a box? Did you write it down? Did you write it down? Well, write it down. Okay, stop. I will take it away and give it to Rocky, and he'll destroy it in 2 seconds. And I'll videotape it and post it and get views. There you go. That's all I'll get views.
That's your dog.
All right. Okay, let's turn to page 7. Page 7. Página 7, number 7. Page 7 right here. There we go. Page 7. I'm going to write it on top so you know we're on page 7.
You should do an outro with your hand playing.
Should be a hand model. There is such a thing, you know? Alright, let's do this. I need 60 apples to bake 10 pies. How many apples do I need per pie? Alright, this is okay. Okay. What are we solving one of? Per pie. So it'll be 1 pie. And the apples has an S on it, right? So I wouldn't be solving 1. I would, right? Because the apples in English means more than 1. So per apple. So what does that mean? What does that tell us if we're solving for 1 pie?
How many apples do we need per pie?
Yes, but okay. So we know we're solving for 1 pie. What does that tell us? Like, how does that help us later on?
Goes outside.
Goes outside.
And the apples go inside.
Okay, that tells us that. What else does it tell us?
Or the pie is on X and apples on Y.
If you understand this and this, it is so valuable for you. You can even use it like later on in 8th grade, but in 7th grade for you to realize like, okay, X is pie and Y is apples is such a big deal. You might go like, well, that's easy, Miss O'Malley.
Why does he do pineapple? Like, can you name it something else?
Because Miss O'Malley's favorite pie is apple, and she wrote this worksheet, so she's gonna.
What if I want to put fries and cheese?
I like pumpkin.
So you
I
know.
like no pie.
Pumpkin pie is actually kind of
All right.
I like invisible.
So using this information about pie being outside and apples being inside, I'm gonna draw my division over here on the side. What number goes outside for pie? 10. What number goes inside for apples? 60. All right. How many times is 10 going to 60? 6. What does that mean? 6 what?
6 apples.
Yeah, the question says how many apples. You just solved for how many apples. How many apples? 6. So I'm going to write that down. 6 apples per pie. How many apples do I need per pie? 6 apples per pie. So you literally answered the question using the unit rate. Okay, before we move on, let's just write the equation right now. What's my equation?
Y equals 6.
Y equals 0, Y equals 6, Y equals 12, Y equals 8.
Okay. Can we fill in the table?
Yeah.
All right, let's fill in the table.
So we just add 6.
Yep.
10 is actually the one.
But start off with 0.
This skips 5.
Ooh. Ah.
The magic pebble.
Okay, if I have 0 pies, so sad. 0 apples.
0 apples.
1 pie.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 60,
90 and 120.
All right. What do I label X?
You put wow.
What do I label X by?
5.
Pie. Good. Randy, do you need something? Do you need something? Huh? Lead? Okay. What is my Y? Apples.
Do we
So-
do fancy X or just normal X?
Fancy. You gotta be extra. There you go. Okay. What do I count by on my X's? What do I go up by? Ones.
Don't forget the 0.
What do I go up on my Y? 6. And you basically copy these numbers until there, right? Until you skip.
Until you blow up.
And you're counting by 6. So if you know your multiples of 6, you're just doing them. 6, 12, 18.
24.
Can you copy your multiplication table? Sure, if that's what you need. I don't care, as long as you do it. Wow, all the way to 72, right? If your heart desires. All right, now we're going to graph them. So 0, 0. In 7th grade, we like it to start at 0, 0. In 8th grade, it does not start at 0, 0. They start somewhere else. Santiago, pull your mask up, please. 1, 6. So we're going to go to 1, and then we're going to go to 6. Oh, it's right there. Where do they meet? In this little corner. We put a big dot. The next one is 2, 12. So we go to 2, then we go up to 12. Oh, there it is. Put a dot. 3, 18. Go to 3, up to 18. Put a dot. 4, 24. 5, 30. 6, 36. Oh, I can do 10. 10, 60, right? 10, 60. Look at all the ones I skipped, right? I skipped a lot today.
Is that all?
Now we connect.
Are we doing the bottom?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I'm taking a breath.
Can I have a ruler too?
Yeah, your Kaylee has the rulers for your row. Did I win an arrow? Yeah. I win an arrow. Excuse me. I need some more. All right, number 1. What does the point 1, comma mean in the context of the problem? 1 pie needs 6 apples. Now, do you guys see how I ask a question? The second question, what does the unit rate mean in the context of the problem? That's the same question, literally the same. I just ask it differently, but don't get confused. It's the same thing. So, if we ask you what's the unit rate mean in the context of the problem, that's the same thing as this. These two things mean the same thing. 1, comma 6 and unit rate are the same thing. That's why we put the unit rate in next to the 1. Oh, wow. 0, 0.
That's too hard.
I know. I know.
I don't think no one can do it.
I know, so when I give you a test next week on this, everyone's going to get it wrong, huh?
1 pie needs 2 apples. No, 0 pie needs 0 apples.
0 pies need 0 apples. All right, number 3. How many apples do I need for 6 pies? How do you know?
36 apples.
Yeah. You go to your table, find the 6 pies. Oh, this is 6 pies, right?
30.
So how many does 6 pies need?
6.
36 apples. So number 3, I can just look at my table right here. Number 3, I can look at my table. 6 pies need 36 apples. So 36 apples. All right, I need to bake 50 pies. I got to feed my 4th period.
Feed them?
How many? Huh?
Isn't that just you?
I like pie.
So I'll be a little full. It's fine.
Most of them are for Rocky, right?
Of course. No, we can't eat pie. Okay, I need to bake 50 pies. How many apples do I need? So what do I do to the 50? What do I multiply 50 by? 6. So 50 times, write this down so you know what we did. 50 times 6. So if I want to know how many apples I need for 50 pies,
300.
good. 300
Apple.
apples. Excellent. Okay, trick question.
Imagine having, how much is 300 apples? Like, how many boxes full of them can there be?
Yeah, I mean,
Johnny apples.
maybe 10 box. Maybe a box has like 30 apples. I'm guessing. Okay. I only have 5 apples. How many pies can I make with 5 apples?
One. Probably like 5.
Oh, 175. Because it's only 5 apples.
Right. How many do I need for 1? I need 6, but I only have 5. So can I make a pie? No. We cannot change Grandma's recipe. If Grandma's recipe says 6 apples, guess what? You're not having apple pie tonight.
0.
No apple pie.
0 pies for you.
Can you just go buy one really quick?
Yeah, you could.
Unless you live in
0 pie, Grandma.
Can't change Grandma's recipe.
I like pie, so I don't really care if
I know, me neither.
Okay, we don't. Okay. Listen. These are all make-believe stories. So we just keep our comments to ourselves and realize she's just making it all up, kids. She's just making it all up. Yes.
I like pumpkin pie.
Okay, like I said, you need to keep your comments to yourself. Sophia, Randy, Victor, no need for the comments. All right. You went with Sophia. All right. Okay, let's move on. Okay. We're almost done. The school has 90 books for 15 students. How many books does each student receive? Each student receive. All right, so what are we solving one of? Student. Each student. So what does that mean?
Students outside.
Students outside. What else does it mean?
90 books inside.
Books inside. What else does it mean?
The X is the students and the Y is the
Wait, we're putting students in books now?
Yeah, so we're moving away from like money to just random other things. That's why now it's called unit rate and not unit price, because we're not dealing with prices anymore. We're not just dealing with like stuff. Like you went to the library. Hi, I'm a new student. Give me all my books. Oh, you get a math book, an English book, a history book, a science book. That's how it used to be. When your parents went to school, that's how it used to be. When I was your age, I would get a stack of books. All right.
When I was your age, I was 4.
All right. Students. How many students? What number goes outside? Here's Miss O'Malley. Yes. Oh, yeah. All right, I'll send them up. Bye. Okay. So what number goes outside? 15. What number goes inside? 90. All right, what's our unit? Okay, so how many times 15 go into 90?
5.
No. 6.
Oh.
6 times 5 is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 3 is 90. So what's my unit rate? 6 what? What does a 6 represent? How many books? How many books? 6 books per student. Okay. All right. We have 4 minutes. I want you to do, in 4 minutes, this top part and stop after number 1. Okay? So right here, you're going to work right now for the next 3 minutes. I want you to fill in the table and do the graph and answer just question number 1. Just question number 1. We're not cleaning up because I'm not going to hand out anything else. And then, once you're done with that, you're going to upload it to Canvas.